Hello, this is Solomon Davis, Right Side Trader. Today is February 25th, 2023, and this is my weekly market review where I review the NASDAQ 100 on a daily chart, weekly chart, monthly chart, and a quarterly chart. This is all just for educational purposes only a market review. No trade recommendations here, even if I do talk about trading strategies that I am using. It's not for you. I probably don't. I'm don't look at it as a trade recommendation because again, I'm not giving you enough details on exactly what's being done and how I'm doing it. So don't think you should be trying to do something somewhere based on what I say. Do your own due diligence and make sure you know it fits your needs and your system. But let's go ahead and jump over here to the charts and see what I see at this time. And I hope this is helpful for you at this time. The big the main thing that I'm seeing here on this weekly chart, we had a bearish looking pattern a couple of weeks ago. Seemed like right last week we ended up an inside, what I called an inside week, and I'll zoom in on this a little bit later. And in my opinion, we really got confirmation of that. Some may look for it to get below that low of those two candles. But the way I look at things, I have confirmation. So let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit and take a closer look at the rest of the details that's going on and wrap this up right quick. On the quarterly chart is forming something really pretty funny right here. I'm not really getting into the indicators that I'm using here, but this is just a 10 moving average that I'm actually using on this quarterly chart. It's one that I decided to use since I use it on the other higher time frame because people like looking at this. If you're above the 10, you're bullish. If you're below the 10, you're bearish. We are back below the 10, but we still have this pattern happening right here. So just be aware of that. So because we can get those sellers pushing this down, and as long as it doesn't turn, it's still based on your trading strategy, what you're going to do. This is what I'm seeing. We still, next quarter, we can get confirmation of this pattern and actually go higher. But right now, it doesn't look good. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the monthly chart. On the monthly chart, also doesn't look good. Again, on that weekly chart, what we're getting ready to look at next, we had that bearish looking pattern on there, and that bearish looking pattern has pushed us back below the 10 moving average on the monthly chart. That you see that this is the 10 moving average. So what does that mean? That means, again, those who were both thinking that we were in a bull market with the market being above the 10, now seeing that we may be still in a bear market now that the market is below the 10. That's why I'm saying you have to wait, if you're actually entering trades or how you trade your trading strategy, you need to, if you're going to use this, you need to wait until the end of the month. We got 3 more days. Next week the market might rally and get back above the 10, and then we might get that confirmation of actually what we are seeing right here, right now. We do have the stochastic, as we can see. The stochastic is one indicator that I'm actually showing you. You should be actually using other indicators along with this indicator. If you're using this indicator at all, don't use it along with candles like I'm using it with candles and moving average, and you probably should use a few other indicators to help you see the market. But at this time, with it being below the 10, this is saying we're back. The market is, I won't say we are back in a bearish market, but the market really hasn't turned for me. I wanted to break some of these highs and close above some of these highs, for me to be full on bull. But as we can see, we're back into a bear mindset. So again, you're bearish. Me, instead of being cautiously bullish, I'm kind of getting cautiously bearish, and all in place in some trades based on that. Let's go ahead and take a closer look now here at this weekly chart. Let me zoom in here on this last thing. We have been going down, 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 and I don't have all my let me do this. Let me remove this. What did I do? I thought I removed it. Let me try it again. Remove study. Say yes, and I want to add a study here again. Quick study. Moving average study. A 2-line moving average. Let's go ahead and do this right quick. Edit. We want to put a 50 and a 200 on here. And you can also see how easy this particular platform is to use and make adjustments. Apply, and it's simple. On this particular with this particular market thing, this is where on the weekly chart the market couldn't break, this 50. We got on the NASDAQ, we had finally on the weekly had got above there and was staying above there. Then last week we were still above there, even though we had this inside candle. Now we are back below there. The question is, will we? I'm looking at on the NASDAQ. Will we come all the way down here and kiss the 200 again before we go higher? Just like before, we didn't quite get to the 200. This time we came here and kissed the 200, but it still actually ended up going lower before it actually came back. And even here, it came back down to the 200 and ended up going lower. So that doesn't mean anything that will it kiss the 200 and go higher. It's just a point in the market just to see what's going to happen. We got a round number down here. It can come all the way down here, or it can come all the way down here and test these bottoms again. But we're back below the 50 on the weekly. That's what's the takeaway from here. After seeing a bearish pattern, and now we're seeing confirmation of that bearish pattern, is how low will we go? Will this resistance area that we had to bust through, will it act as support? Or will this 200 act as support? Or will we come all the way down here, and will this act as support? So that's what we're looking at coming up next week or in the next couple of weeks to see what's going to happen. Now quick on the daily chart. On the daily chart, you can see, again, whereas there was a nice rally to the upside and all. Then we started getting this choppiness up here, this double topping area, couldn't break our previous highs, started getting lower highs. And then the next time we came up here, again, we couldn't break the highs. So that bearish looking pattern that we had on the weekly chart, we should have known, bull trades are done. When it comes to the NASDAQ, look to play the downside. We maybe we could have got a bounce here, but as we can see back here on Tuesday kind of like said, no way. Tuesday, probably the volume came in, the traders came in and pushed this thing even lower. And then there was a slight, I call it slight profit taking, and even lower. So right now, the market is, in my opinion, is leaning towards going lower. Maybe next week, because again, I'm also seeing it's going to open up below a weekly. These are weekly pivots, a weekly pivot line, the mid pivot line, before we go higher. And that's all I really want to share. This is Solomon, Right Side Trader. Hope this is helpful, and this is what I'm seeing. Have a great weekend. I hope you guys had a great week last week. Talk to you later. Bye.